Hey, welcome to the Sun Records stuff. As you can see, there's a hole as big as, I don't know, maybe my forearm, who knows, in the cube. And there's a lot missing from Johnny Cash. Yeah, I have a lot of Sun stuff. In fact, I have so much that I can't even keep it all out of frame. That's the LPs. Those are the 78s. And that is the 45s. That's all of them. So, and that's not even a lot compared to some collectors. Trying to set you all back up. I don't have to do. So let's do the LPs like we did with chess. First of all, Johnny Cash, Liz Houghton Blue Guitar. And then track listings up there. I'm not going to read it. If you want to read it, you can go read it on Discogs. Johnny Cash sings the songs that made him famous. This one I am going to show you because I have a mispress. Side 2. Side 2. Yeah, I have a side 2 label on side 1. It's weird. You know, most people would edit the part out where I take that long to put the record back in sleep, but I'm not going to. Johnny Cash, Greatest. These are all original pressings, by the way. Again, with the liner notes. I'm not even going to show you the back of the albums anymore. Johnny Cash sings Hank Williams. This is the only non-Johnny Cash LP I have. Sun's Gold Hits, Volume 1, even though there was no other volumes made. I mean, Sam probably thought of doing more, but he just didn't. Now here's Johnny Cash. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm only doing the Sun stuff that was released in the early 50s, in the whole 50s in general, and the early to mid 60s. I'm not doing the stuff that was released by Shel Silverstein. I think that's his name. I might have to fact check later, but I don't care. Whenever he bought the label in 1969 or 68. I'm only doing the stuff that was released with Sam Phillips as the head of Sun Records. And Phillips, because I have Phillips stuff too. Back to this. All Aboard the Blue Train with Johnny Cash. And then the last one, which is actually the last album released on Sun, Original Sun Sound of Johnny Cash. How you doing? I told you I would record these with my phone. I'm going to go ahead and do the 78s, just get them out of the way. Side of the Cow and Milked Horse, backed with Ouch Pretty Baby in the RPM record sleeve. This was released whenever Sun wasn't a label. This was released in, I think, 1951 or 52. This is by Roscoe Gordon. And then the only other 78 I have is also by Roscoe Gordon. It's The Chicken on Flip, which is another subsidiary to Sun, but I don't have any singles or 45s by them. I have a 78 and that's it. And then Love for You Baby. Again, by Roscoe Gordon. Alright, now to do the 45s and the 2 EPs. Red Hot by Billy the Kid Emerson. This is the earliest Sun I have, backed with No Greater Love. Set that there. We have So Doggone Lonesome, backed with Folsom Prison Blues by Mr. Johnny Cash. Blue Suede Shoes. I have a couple copies of this, but I'm only doing one. And then Honey Don't. I've actually done a review of this one. Ooby Dooby, backed with Go 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 by Roy Orbison. Boppin' the Blues and All Mama's Children. This side is better than Boppin' the Blues in my opinion, by Carl Perkins. Train of Love, backed with There You Go. This is the original paper sleeve that it would come in, so I kept that there. Crazy Arms. This is the first Jerry Lee Lewis record, End of the Road, which there are going to be a lot of Jerry Lee. Just letting y'all know. Feeling Low, and then Lonesome for My Baby by Ernie Chafin. That also has an edge warp, and I can't play side 2 for a very, very terrible reason, which I really love side 2, but whatever. It'll Be Me, backed with Whole Lot of Shaking Going On by Jerry Lee Lewis. Forever Yours, backed with That's Right by Carl Perkins. Home of the Blues backed with Give My Love to Rose by Johnny Cash. Memories Never Grow Old, backed with Good Lovin' by Dickie Lee. You Win Again, backed with Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis. Most of these are now going to be either Johnny Cash or Jerry Lee. Ballad of a Teenage Queen, backed with Big River by Johnny Cash. Down the Line, backed with Breathless by Jerry Lee. Guess Things Happen That Way, backed with Come In Stranger by Johnny Cash. High School Confidential, backed with Fools Like Me by Jerry Lee. We have an EP, Johnny Cash sings Hank Williams, which has I Can't Help It, You Win Again, backed with Hey Good Lookin' and I Can Never Be Ashamed of You. Break Up, backed with I'll Make It All Up to You by Jerry Lee. There's so much Jerry Lee Lewis. It Hurt Me So, backed with I'll Sell My Ship Alone by Jerry Lee. We're on to the second stack now. Thanks a Lot, backed with Luther Played the Boogie by Johnny Cash. Lovin' Up a Storm, backed up Big Blowin' Baby by Jerry Lee. Johnny Cash with his, the Tennessee 2, his top hits. Got Guess Things Happen That Way, Train of Love, The Ways of Woman in Love, and then Next in Line. For some reason, it has it flipped over here, I think. At least I don't think it's... Yeah. Yeah, so side A is on the bottom of the front of the label, or the sleeve for some reason. Story of a Broken Heart, backed with Down the Street 301. John Henry. Oh, that was by Johnny Cash. John Henry, and then Hang My Rock and Roll Shoes by Jerry Lee. Mean Eyed Cat, back with Portal of My Hearts by Johnny Cash. Sad News, backed with Red Man by Bobby Sheridan, which is actually just Charlie Rich. What'd I Say, back with Livin' Lovin' Wreck by Jerry Lee. Sugar Time, backed with My Treasure by Johnny Cash. Save a Last Dance for Me, backed with As Long As I Live by Jerry Lee. This is a promo copy. A Sun record that barely gets any mention, which I wish it would get more, is Uncle Jonah's Place, back with Just One Step by Harold Dorman. This is a really good record. I like side A a lot. Ramblin' Rose, back with I've Been Twistin', which is just a reissued version of Feeling Good by Little Junior Parker. This was by Jerry Lee Lewis. This one I have, but it's in terrible shape. Good Golly, Miss Molly, back with I Can't Trust Me in Your Arms Anymore by Jerry Lee. Surfin' Calliope, backed with Wabash Cannonball. I got this just to fill a void. This record is awful. I would never play it. Now we get into the Phillips International stuff. Raunchy, back with The Midnight Man by Bill Justice. College Man, back with The Stranger by Bill Justice. Wild Rice, back with Scroungy, I think that's how you say it, by Bill Justice. Mona Lisa, back with Foolish One by Carl Mann. A Phillips International singer that doesn't get much credit. He's a great singer, I wish he would. I Walk the Line, back with Ooh Wee by Brad Suggs. This is a promo. By the way, that Ramblin' Rose by Jerry Lee was also a promo. Lonely Weekends, back with Everything I Do Is Wrong by Charlie Rich. South of the Border, back by I'm Coming Home. This is the Elvis song, by the way. That's on Something for Everybody. Two more. Sunny Side of the Street, back with Take a Chance by Jeb Stewart. And finally, In the Mood, back with I Get the Blues When It Rains by The Hawk, which is just Jerry Lee Lewis doing instrumental. Because by this point, his career was down the toilet. So there you go. There is all of my Sun record stuff in about 10 minutes. It took me 10 minutes to do all that. It took me like 4 to do the chest stuff. There you go. The next stuff I'll probably do a video on, if I do, will be my Elvis singles or Johnny Cash singles that are up there in that box. Because I have a lot of both. Like, that's just all the Elvis stuff. And then Johnny Cash has a whole big section in that box. or I might do Elvis LPs or Johnny Cash LPs. So, yeah. See you soon.